Ladies and gentlemen, hello, and you are watching TTV News with some latest events in Tay Ninh province. And now coming to details. Ladies and gentlemen, according to the plan, from now until April of 2022, nearly 500,000 people in Tay Ninh will be vaccinated against COVID-19. Up to now, the Bronze People Committee also has a specific plan for vaccination to be implemented quickly, on schedule and to the right subject according to regulations.
Accordingly, the Provincial People's Committee will organize vaccination and qualify vaccination facilities at all levels in the spirit of maximizing the functions of existing expanded vaccination system, including the state-run vaccination activities for private units and other establishments are eligible for vaccination. In addition, in the area with a large number of vaccinated people, such as factories, industrial parks, etc., the Provincial People's Committee is also expected to set up a number of mobile vaccination points to ensure the vaccination progress. In order to safely present and control the COVID-19 pandemic, vaccination facilities will arrange vaccinations according to the time frame, divided into many tables and areas for vaccinations, and at the same time make the maximum application of information technology during vaccinations as well as monitoring the vaccination activities.
In the past few days, from the prevention and control of the COVID-19 epidemic, from the Vietnam-Thailand Forum Committee of Tay Ninh province has made many visits, received gifts, and encouraged medical staff, health officers, and forces in charge of epidemic prevention and control.
In particular, on the afternoon of August the 5th, the delegation led by Vice Chairman Vietnam-Thailand Forum Committee of Tay Ninh Province, Ho Dik Hai, visited and presented gifts to the forces on duty at the checkpoints to prevent and control the pandemic in U Minh Châu District, Hoa Thanh Town, and Tay Ninh City. This time, the delegation offered a total of 142 million Vietnam dong from the COVID-19 Pandemic Prevention and Control Fund. It is noted that in U Minh Châu District, there are about 79 posts. Hoa Thanh Town has about 26 posts, and Tay Ninh City with about 30 posts to carry out the tasks of pandemic prevention and control. And ladies and gentlemen, in order to effectively implement the government resolution number 76 on the state administration reform master program for the 2021 to 2030 period, especially the reform of regulations of administrative procedures to the people and businesses, the then Provincial People's Committee has set out an emulation movement for the socio-economic development, creating dynamic emulation of dynamic in enterprises, accompanying businesses to promote solutions to measures to improve the business environment, enhance the competitiveness, contribute to the completion of the province socio-economic targets set annually. Accordingly, the functional branches will review, reduce, and simplify business conditions, composition of documents, and optimize the process of handling administrative procedures on the basis of strong application of information technology, remove barriers restricting business freedom, improve and raise the quality of business investment environment, ensure fair, equal, and transparent competition, renovate and improve the efficiency of implementation on a one-stop shop mechanism in handling administrative procedures, promoting the implementation of administrative procedures in the e-platform so that the people and businesses can attach the service anytime, anywhere, promptly guide, support, and accompany enterprises.
The Ministry of Planning and Investment has just said that from the beginning of the year to July 20, the total newly registered capital, adjusted and contributed capital to by share and by capital in contribution from foreign investor reached 16.7 billion USD.
Meanwhile, realized capital of FDI reached about 10.5 billion US dollar, up to 3.8%. The complicated development of COVID-19 epidemic in July of 2021 have made the realized FDI capital in July decreased by 14.3% from the same period last year. However, in the first 7 months of the year, the realized capital is still increased. Specifically, in the first 7 months of the year, the country attracted more than 1,000 new FDI projects with a total registered capital of about 10.13 billion US dollar, up to 7% in registered capital over the same period last year. Along with that, $4.54 billion was added to about 560 existing projects. Capital contribution and share purchases by foreign investors dropped by 55.8% to $2.05 billion. And also over the past 7 months, 86 countries and territories have invested in Vietnam, of which the Singapore led with a total investment capital of about $5.92 billion, followed by Japan with about $2.54 billion. According to the labor industry assessment, the trend of reducing recruitment for new personnel is taking place in many groups of businesses due to the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic. Specifically, businesses of production and manufacturing are restricting requirements for at least the next 3 to 6 months. There are only few businesses with high recruitment demand concentrated in banking, stock market, information technology, etc. And facing that situation, the Provincial People's Committee has just issued official letter number 235 requesting provincial departments, branches, people committees of districts, towns, and cities to review and accelerate the implementation of tasks directly related to secure employment, proactively coordinate with grassroots trade unions at all levels to propose new, effective, and feasible mechanisms, policies, and solutions to ensure the sustainable jobs and rise living standards, improve the better working conditions for employees and labor personnel. Continuing to strictly implement the measures to prevent and control the COVID-19 pandemic while effectively mobilizing and allocating and using resources for rapid and sustainable development for all economic sectors. Advise on solutions to support businesses and employees to share difficulties and minimize the negative impacts of COVID-19 pandemic.
Ladies and gentlemen, during the time of continuing to implement social distancing, according to the Directive 16 of the government, Tay Ninh province is also implementing many activities in which focusing on supporting workers so that people can keep distance themselves and accompany the locality to strictly implement measures to prevent and control epidemic, especially activity to support farmers to consume agricultural products.
Mr. Nguyễn Tân Linh living in Thuận Hòa Hamlet, which commune has about 0.3 hectares of land to grow bitter melon. It is currently in the harvest period with a daily harvest about 600 kilograms. While implementing the government directive number 16 on social distancing, it is so hard for Mr. Lin to find an outlet for the products. However, thanks to the support from the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, connecting with the trading units in large quantities, so far Mr. Lin has found an outlet for the farming products. When the pandemic was still limited and the driver could come to transport, the price was about 12,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram at first, and then reduced to 10,000 Vietnam dong per kilogram and then to 6,000. Currently, also thanks to the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development purchase, we sold it to the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development for about 6 to 7 times so far, with about 400 kilograms each time, so it is safe to do so. Like Mr. Lin, Mrs. Phạm Thị Ánh Hồng in Bình Minh Hamlet Jala commune has more than 0.2 hectare lands for growing asparagus beans and has been harvesting for nearly a month. However, due to the pandemic also at first, she still sold about 4,000 Vietnam dong per kilograms and later reduced to about 2,000 Vietnam dong per kilograms. And thanks to the purchasing support of the Office of Agriculture and Rural Development, in recent day, Mrs. Hồng has sold for 8,000 Vietnam dong per kilograms, so she is more secure to continue for farming production. Since July the 23rd, the District People Committee has also directed the Office of Agriculture and Rural Development as well as the related sectors to coordinate with communes and towns in the district to grasp the situation of agricultural products outlet up to the times of harvest but have not been consumed yet to collect it, aggregate it, and then report to the Department of Agriculture and Rural Development as well as related departments, branches, and social organizations to support the people to call for organizations, individuals, and units to collect revenues. So far, it has supported the consumption of more than 10 tons of agricultural products in all kinds of farming products such as corn and vegetables and tubers. In addition to vegetable, fruits also have found an outlet in Nhu Môn Chau district. There is still a large area of fruit trees such as custard apples, green skin pomelos, and longans until the harvest period, but have not found the outlet yet, of which the production of longans with the amount of about 600 tons. Mr. Phạm Ngọc Cảnh in Thuận Bình Hamlet, Summit Commune, Human Châu District also said that in the past, the price was about 10,000 Vietnam dong per kilograms, but now it get about 3,000 Vietnam dong per kilograms of longan, and the farmers work too hard. He also hopes the pandemic will end quickly so that the farmers can trading smoothly. Currently in the district, there are numbers of purchasing points for longan and there is a frying facility. The drying capacity is also low, only about 500 to 700 kilograms can be dried a day, so the consumption of longan is still very low. In the future, the Office of Agriculture and Rural Development will support longan granaries in the area in terms of transportation and at the same time support the dry longan producers to increase the drying capacity to help the farmer ensure the outlet. For the farmer finding an outlet for agricultural products during this period will help them to overcome the difficulties of the COVID-19 pandemic for peace of mind and maintaining production. And therefore, the Department of Industry and Trade, Department of Agriculture and Rural Development, as well as the departments and branches and mass organizations in the province, need to continue to strengthen activities to connect large distribution enterprises to promote the consumption of agricultural products that has a large output for the harvest period, but face difficulties in coming to the market. At the same time, implementing the measures to support circulation of goods, ensuring the means of transport to serve the consumption and production needs of the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's all for today TTV News. Thank you for joining with us and see you next time.